What's up, geeks and gamers? My name is Draymond and welcome to Thorium Gaming. We're back with episode 32 of Freezer to Fallout. I would say our adventures through the post-apocalyptic Boston wasteland to free it from the Institute's control, but we did that last time. The Commonwealth is free from the Institute being the boogeyman, and eventually we're going to have to take on the Brotherhood of Steel to get rid of their particular form of corruption. Well, from our viewpoint as the General of the Minutemen anyway. But this time, we're going to start diving into some of the DLC content. I was tempted to make this its own little mini-series, but you know what? It's all part of the same playthrough, so we're going to keep it all part of the same sort of branded idea. So this time, we're going to go talk to a robot. That is the launch of the Mechanist DLC. And, yeah, it's going to be a good time. Now, unfortunately, we are going to have to say goodbye to Piper, at least for a short time.
Piper.
The Institute's gone. Do you know what this means?
The Commonwealth's safe?
That the Commonwealth is finally safe.
Exactly. It means no more kidnappings. No more sleepless nights, terrified your neighbors plotting against you. No more fear, thanks to you. We don't have to be afraid anymore.
Well, Piper, you were with us the entire time.
They don't have to be afraid thanks to us. I never could have done this by myself.
True. But the Institute was around for a long time before you got here. Not anymore. Welcome to day one of the new Commonwealth.
Alright, so
Right.
Piper,
Say the word.
we're going to have to talk to you
Pick me up.
to get you
It's
to...
time we part ways.
If you're sure, I guess I'll head home. Just, don't keep me waiting.
I could never do that to you, Piper. But we are going to send you to the castle. Because that's where all of our good helpers and relations and our Piper are going to go. Because Piper is very near and dear to us. Now, we are extremely low on ammunition for pretty much all of our weapons. Fighting the Institute did not go over without a lot of combat. So let's just make sure we're reloaded on everything. And see if we can find our grumpy quartermaster to buy some more 45 ammo. Definitely wouldn't hurt. It's always a little bit of a hardship to try and find her. Sometimes she hangs out down here, but not this time. I have no idea where she is. Kinda sucks. And her name is escaping me right now. That's kind of why I'm referring to her in vague terms. She should still be around here somewhere. Piper. Of course, our heavy defenses here. Alright, so she's apparently not outdoors. So that at least cuts down the options. A little bit, anyway. And where could she have disappeared to? Probably in one of the side rooms that we haven't checked out yet. And of course, the castle is going to keep getting upgraded as we go along, especially since it's going to be our base of operations for a lot of other stuff. Some really cool stuff that we can do later on.
Glad I don't have to spend my whole life underground. That would be boring.
Still not too sure on how I feel about the synthetic Sean. Kinda sucks. Well, let's see. We should have a bell running around here. So let's just call everybody in so that we can do it that way, because finding this lady is proving to be a bit of a challenge. We're starting to get a lot of settlers here. Can arm them up a little bit better later on, because there's still one more big battle we're going to have to fight here. At least as far as I'm aware. I'm pretty sure that... There she is. Ronnie Shaw. Yeah, let's barter and see what you got for 45 ammunition. Yes, that's a big deal. Now, we are really short on caps, but we're going to kind of sort that out by selling off some of the rounds that we don't need. I do want to keep the electromagnetic cartridges because there's a gun we're working up to that's going to be coming around the corner very soon. We aren't using 5mm at all, so we can get rid of that. As much as I love the broadsider, we're not going to be using it. Same with flamers and that sort of stuff. Now we're going the complete opposite way, which kind of sucks. Unless she has the weapon that I'm thinking about right now. I believe she's the one that sells it. And yes, the last minute is the one that I was thinking of. It's pretty expensive, but we're going to see if we can try and swing it. Not going to be using railway spikes at all. We'll sell off all these mini nukes. And we'll sell off a few of these fusion cores, because we're not going to be using them in general. And we'll do the same thing with some fusion cells, so that we are able to get the weapon that we want. Alright, so some may disagree with selling off the fusion cores, but we're not going to be using anything that needs it. Now, I think there's a weapons workbench here, but we're not worrying about that too much right now. Fully loaded combat rifle will work out just fine, and then eventually we're going to swap out our 50 cal for a Gauss rifle. Because Gauss rifles are awesome. So what we have to do is go over and talk to the robot that's right there. There's not really anything that we've cleared that's too close, but we could go to the Kendall Hospital, and I think that's where we're going to head. It's a little bit of a odd start to the episode, but I'm okay with it, really. So we have to head this way. And there's probably a lot of baddies between us and there. Yeah, and always being downtown in Boston worries me, and that was a turret. Don't really want to deal with you or your raider buddies right now, anyway. We've had to skip past this robot. I know her name offhand because she's actually kind of cool. But we've had to skip by her a couple of times now because, well, we weren't going on to the DLC until just now. I gotta say, I really love the DLC for this.
My friends did not survive the attack. Thank you for assisting. I was certain to meet my end here as well.
Well, are you okay?
Are you okay?
Physically, the damage is minor, but I am registering sadness and anger at the loss of my friends. It may sound strange coming from a robot, but they were my family. Again, I thank you for your efforts. I know they would have thanked you as well.
Well, I'm sorry for your loss.
I'm sorry for your loss.
My name is Ada. This was the third time we've been attacked by robots like these. Even with the weapon and detection upgrades Jackson gave me, I was unable to defend them.
Are they targeting you for a reason?
They must be targeting you for some reason.
Probability is high that I am part of that reason. Besides myself, Jackson also created Turing, Hertz, and Porter. Our built-in modifications would be desired pieces of salvage. We knew we ran the risk of encountering more of these hostile robots if we stayed in the Commonwealth. If only we had made the decision to leave.
No, you couldn't have known.
You couldn't have known something like this would happen.
The probability of attack was high. I should have forced our departure. In recompense, I will seek justice for my friends and stop these robots from causing further harm. It's time to uncover the source and confront their leader, the Mechanist.
Well, you're gonna need help.
You'll need help if you want to succeed.
I'm aware of this. You have shown willingness to aid others. I ask that you please assist me in stopping this Mechanist. In return, I can give you the schematics to build your own robot workbench, so you have additional resources in this undertaking.
Well, don't you want revenge?
You want revenge, don't you?
I admit my goal is twofold. Stopping the Mechanist both protects the Commonwealth and allows me to avenge my fallen friends. I won't rest until I see this threat dissolved. I owe it to them. Now, we last saw a group of the Mechanist robots at the General Atomics factory. You may find information there that will lead us to the Mechanist. I will follow and assist with your permission.
Well, let's go.
Yeah, let's go, Ada.
General Atomics has valuable salvage. Chances are high the robots are still there. Jackson assured I was well built for travel. His modifications will be added.
Alright, so Mechanical Madness has been completed, and we are getting ready to go on to the rest of everything. Let's, as ghoulish as it is, go through and make sure that we grab everything that we can. I'm gonna take that laser rifle. Looks like pretty much everything from all of these people. There's a random scavenger.
Hey,
Hi, how are you?
Huh. Okay, so there's a random scavenger. Scavenger? I swear I can talk sometimes, but I guess this is not one of those times. So let's figure out where we gotta go now. So a new threat? The General Atomics factory. Why am I doing it the bad way? I could be doing it this way. Okay, so it's down near the castle. Which is a little bit of a walk, so we're going to go to the Gwinnett Brewery, because we've already cleared it. Alright, so the brewery is not actually where we want to go. We got to go down this way. If I remember correctly, there's a bunch of stuff around here that is not friendly. Mirelurks are the least of our problems in this general area. Seeing as how we dealt with that Mirelurk pretty easily, we should take a moment to scan around. So we're going to be building up to fight the Brotherhood of Steel in the not too distant future. And they are definitely no slouches, especially considering we can hear one of their vertibirds right there taking fire and shooting at probably super mutants, given that there's meat, balls, and carcasses and stuff lying all around. Now I heard a suicider. At least I thought I heard a suicider. Wondering if that Brotherhood of Steel vertibird is going to get shot down. I wonder what was in here that the super mutants were so eager to defend. Well, there's a safe at least. Success! Now we just need Ada to catch up with us. The good thing about the robot companions is they all have a very, very significant carrying capacity bonus compared to the humanoid ones.
Yes.
It's not stupidly high, but... Okay, apparently... that was not enough. So toss those extra rifles in there. Should help us out for the time being. I have a feeling that during the course of this, we are going to be dumping a lot of stuff into Ada's inventory. That's okay, given that we are going to be picking up a lot of parts and equipment. Oh, looks like there was a hound down there that we missed, and Ada took care of it. Still, I'm kind of worried that I heard, or at least I thought I heard, a suicider, and it has not popped up yet. Also, it's kind of nice that we're picking up a lot of 45 ammo, because aside from having to buy a bunch of the stuff, we were running a little bit low. We still have a fair amount of it, but you can never have too much ammunition on a normal playthrough. Alright, so this is the General Atomics factory. We did skip by this once earlier because of this. So apparently something has already caught wind to us. Again, I'm not going to go through the computer terminals. It's amazing how quickly that my voiceover and everything pops off when combat starts. So now you're going to pick up these parts, I want to say, for robots. They allow you to customize your own, and they will come in handy later on. Very handy, in fact. So we're going to be using them to set up our supply convoys. Trying to keep this place straight in one's head. It's not necessarily easy. Of course, I didn't clear this room properly. But look, a Tesla Science. Energy weapons permanently inflict 5% crit damage. Not bad. Grab those mentats while we're here. So there's another magazine to add to the list. Now we got an expert lock here, which apparently needed no jimmying at all. I do kind of want to go through this naturally, though. I don't want to take the shortcuts or anything, since we're going to be dealing with a lot of robots in here, and I'd rather clear them out as we go along, instead of having to deal with them on the way out, or anything like that. So the robot repair kits that we're picking up, they are the robot versions of med packs, essentially. Stim packs, I should say. They'll allow you to heal a robotic companion just like a stim pack would for a biological companion. And that mechanist tape is really starting to get on my nerves. So we're going to have to blow up the robot. Probably an iBot. And there we go. There's actually a couple of different Mechanists holotapes that you can run into while fighting the Mechanists' wild robots all over the Commonwealth. None of them are too creative, though. And there's nothing but empty Nuka-Cola bottles in there. I think on one of our previous passing bys, I don't know if that's the right way to term it. One of the times that we passed by this place, I told you it was a good place to pick up supplies. And it really is. So now we have to start looking for all of the little hacks to try and get our tries back. So, free me? There we go. There's a fair number of robots still left in this place. Do not know for 100% fact where they are just yet. There's a lot of junk bots and other things in here. Let's just hit a stim pack to make sure that when we run into these guys, we're not getting obliterated right away. Now, there is a staircase over there, but we're going to try and slip in over here and see what's on this junk bot. Sultron torso. Alright, so we're going to go to mods and give her all of the Assaultron stuff. Maybe we'll pick up enough Assaultron gear to actually build a full-on Assaultron on our own. There's a Robo-Brain torso. Another Robo-Brain torso. The fact that we're picking up multiples means that we can build multiple of that robot without having to build the part ourselves, which is a good way to save some supplies. In the long run, anyway. I have a feeling we're going to be going back to the castle to swap certain things out, and possibly, depending on how much good salvage we pick up, to buy some EM shells and fully swap over to our Gauss rifle instead of our 50 caliber sniper rifle. As while the 50 cal has worked out fairly well for us. Okay, so this is actually one of the little tricks that I've found. The enemy cannot shoot through the door, nor can we, but you can shoot through the sides as if they weren't there. It's a little bit of a cheesy way to bypass certain enemies, especially in this place. But I'm not going to complain, given that the enemies have nail guns. And nail guns in this are not something you really want to laugh at. Now, if memory serves, the last thing in here is a turret. But we are going to be getting hit by some radiation. So let's go over to our aid and toss on a Radix. Just so that we don't have to deal with it as much. We'll open the doors. Alright, so we got a lever action rifle. Uses 4570 ammo. And no surprise there, we are now overburdened. I'm going to have to toss a bunch of this stuff over to Ada. I believe the 4570 ammo was something that came out with one of the DLCs. And yes, it's causing us to build up a fair bit of radiation getting close to this side because there's barrels underneath us. I want to check out what's in here. And there's a lot of... And we'll take all of it and we'll
Look alive.
give Ada a bunch of the stuff that we're hanging on to here. Just to kind of lighten our load a little bit.
I'd be happy to help if I can.
Look alive.
Did you retrieve something from that robot?
Yeah, some strange device.
It had this strange device on it.
Let's have a look. Impressive technology. If my analysis is correct, this is a specialized radar beacon. I suspect it's how the Mechanist was keeping track of the robo-brain you destroyed. As the next logical step, I need you to install this beacon within me so we can use it to our advantage.
That doesn't sound vaguely insinuating, but okay.
Sounds like a solid plan.
I'm glad you agree. You'll need to use a robot workbench to ensure proper installation, and my presence will be required. To maintain peak efficiency, I strongly recommend that we remain together until the radar beacon is successfully installed.
Alright, so we need to build a robot workbench, and subsequently need to put that part into Ada's head. So we're going to go back to the castle to do that. I'm just going to make sure that we're not missing out on anything in here. Come on, let me open the door. There we go. That was a weird amount of lag for some reason. QA department.
761. Welcome to the General Atomics Quality Assurance Department, where we assure your functionality is up to our high standards. We must run a few tests before returning you to your caregiving duties. Now, proceed into the first test chamber.
Right, this is a part of another quest for a power armor piece, which we are not going to be doing right now, I don't think. Yeah, we will come back to this later on, because I don't want to get too involved in it right now, because we have a robot to fix up. So just get back outside and then back to the castle. So our primary goal is to get back to the castle, but we are fairly close. I think instead of fast traveling, we're going to run and see if we can find anything else along the way to give us a little bit more experience. We're very, very near leveling up again. We're going to be dumping that point into science, I think. That way we can actually start upgrading the Gauss rifle that we just picked up. So beneficial to us in the long run to do it. Then we can drop our 50 caliber sniper rifle and some gear. I'm hearing a nail gun.
Did you hear that? Target again. Target down.
Alright, so apparently we've got some very hostile people nearby. I think they're fighting the Brotherhood? They are fighting the Brotherhood.
Take them down. Engaging hostile to I've lost sight of my target.
Oh, wow. Okay, so that sentry bot came up pretty quick.
Time to end this.
Alright, that will worked out pretty good. Not necessarily perfectly, but it didn't suck completely. I do want to figure out where that knight died, though. Right there. And this is going to involve tossing a bunch of stuff over to Ada, because I wanted to grab the Brotherhood of Steel power armor. Not that we really have a frame for it right now, but never hurts to have some Brotherhood of Steel gear.
Hey,
Let's go to the armor section, and it's a full set of T60. Definitely not hating that. There's some more T60.
hey.
I don't know exactly how many people they managed to end, but if we can find ourselves some power armor frames, kind of make our troopers back at the castle a little bit better. This is also part of the reason why I kind of suggest that you walk around as much as humanly possible.
Hey.
How may I be of service?
Yes, sometimes it does involve going back to your partner and getting them to carry a bunch of stuff over and over and over again. But not only does that help you out in the long run, because let's face it, more gear is more gear, but it also allows you to upgrade your own soldiers. Seems like kind of a misnomer, or an odd way of thinking about it, I guess. But your troopers do matter. Whatever faction you're playing as, your settlements matter. And having them geared up at least a little bit definitely helps your cause, especially in the fights like we had at the Institute. Had those guys been geared up with combat armor, even, we wouldn't have had so many issues. So this area is pretty much under Minutemen control. I guess we could have tossed an artillery grenade. We're definitely in range of our people over at Yon Castle, but it would have been kind of a waste. I mean, we got the artillery pieces and you can see them, but now let's see if enough time has passed for us to get some more random stuff out of here. Indeed it had. So let's run into the castle and see what we can do about gearing some people in here up, as well as looking at our weapons workbench and all that sort of stuff. So as soon as Ada catches up, we will take everything back from her. Because the better part about the robots in this, I don't know if you'd actually call it the better part or whatever, is their weaponry is built in. So they don't have to carry a weapon, nor do they need ammunition for said weapons. You can just do a bunch of random stuff with them and leave them alone. Oh, we have 2 levels, in fact. So let's see. We are still not a high enough rank. We've got 3 more levels before we can dump another point into science. That's a little unfortunate. But we have 2 points to spend. And I believe we have, yes, we have local leader done. So what are we going to spend these points on? We don't really need to worry about bobby pins. Let's grab ourselves a little bit of damage reduction. Damage threshold in this case. Damage threshold? Resistance. Threshold is the other Fallout games. And we might as well grab the 2nd level of medic. Alright, so that'll help out. Now, if we go into our menu here, we will have a robot terminal. which I would love to put in that corner right there. So that completes that part of it. And Sean, I'm gonna get you to go over and be a farmer. I didn't want to move that plant, but okay. I guess we can't assign you to anything. Okay. Let's go in and transfer all of our junk into here. The biggest thing is all the Brotherhood power armor that we're just going to drop in. I'll go through at a later time and gear these people up. But all of these mods, now how are we still this heavily overloaded? I don't think we even have any of that particular ammo type. 4570? No, we do not have any of that ammo type. Which makes things slightly easier, I guess. I'm often loath to put things like mines and grenades into the general use area. They tend not to work out that great. So we could modify Ada right now, but let's see if we actually have a weapons workbench in here somewhere. I think it would be down at this end. We have to modify Ada and get her all set up to go in. First things first, we gotta make sure our gear is all squared away and in order. I swear it's one of these rooms. This is probably respawn too. Stimpak and some Rad-X. How the Dandy Boy apples keep appearing is beyond me. Would it be in here? Might be in here. As you guys can tell, I have not memorized the layout of the castle. Generally, it is my first playthrough as the Minutemen, so don't hate me, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So we've got an armor workbench and a weapons workbench. So let's see if we can do any upgrades. Need some screws for a recoil compensating stock. They've got capacitor coils. And it's actually using a fairly good scope. And we only need gun nut rank 4 for that. And we need gun nut rank 4. So the last minute is pretty much as upgraded as we can get it right now. Which means we can replace our marksman's 50 cal with the last minute. Which means we can give one of our people a very big upgrade. But first things first, I'm going to go in and I'm going to take some of the actual weapons out of here. And we are going to break a few of them down. There's definitely a ton of really decent weapons that we've got in here. Now, Institute pistols and Institute rifles, they're a good source of plastic, so there's that in there too. I need a second pipe wrench. And eventually we're going to upgrade a lot of these and give them out to our people. Is there anything we can do to Kellogg's pistol? Could give it a powerful receiver. Can't do that until rank 4. But let's actually not do that right now until I know how many screws we have. Okay, we've got 22 screws. Don't use the pistol that much, but having a good sidearm doesn't hurt. It's got the best barrel on it right now, the best grip. Okay, so it is pretty much as good as it can get for now. We could throw a better stock on our shotgun. It's not really going to be that big a deal. Now our 50 is getting replaced. Our last minute's going to be there. Let's take a look and make sure that our combat rifle is as good as we can make it. I'd love to make it into a 308 right now. I would. But we need gun nut rank 4 for that, and we're short on oil. It's got the best receiver we can give it for right now. Best barrel. Best stock. I'd love to give it, again, something that we can't do just yet. This would lower its range, but it would give us a lot more recoil control. How much would that hurt our range? 203 to 185. You know what? That doesn't hurt at all. And our combat rifle is going to be sticking around for a while, so that's not a big deal. And I was going to break that pipe wrench down, because we don't need it. So I guess we can actually bump up the stock on our shotgun without too much hate. Maybe we'll throw a suppressor on it, because why not? And again, something that we can't give to it just yet, but that would be awesome later on. Alright, so we're going to do one more quick transfer, and then we're going to go stock Ada up, get her everything that we were wanting her to have. And we'll put those in there. Let's find apparel. Take 3 pieces of Brotherhood of Steel stuff and a uniform. An army helmet. Looking for combat armor legs now, ones that we aren't using. I don't know if we actually picked up too many. Well, there's a left leg. And we'll take that right leg too, just cuz. Then we are going to find one of our people, assuming that we can get there. How much overweight are we? Not that much, but we have some grilled radstag. Still not enough to get us over our weight limit, but we're going to be taking care of that shortly. Find one of our people that's dedicated to defense and gear them up with a sniper rifle. A very good sniper rifle. It's a little bit slow going. Do I have any alcohol on me? I have some buff out. I would do the same thing. There we go. So you're assigned to being the radio dude. Don't want to do that. Oops. Gotta hold it, Dre. So you're not assigned to anything. You're not assigned to anything. You're assigned to food. Where's one of our defensive people? You know what? We're going to take you and assign you to defense on one of the non-defensive things. Like, not the artillery, but the actual defensive lines. Now that they're assigned, let's get them geared up. Should be the only person getting out of bed right now anyway. Oh, and it's a ghoul. All the more fitting.
I want to trade a few things.
Okay.
So normally I don't show this. But what we're going to do, we're going to go in. Marksman's 50 caliber sniper rifle. And we're going to give them just one 50 cal round. They use unlimited amounts of 50 caliber rounds when you set them up like this. You'll notice he hasn't actually put anything on just yet. But if we go over here, and you hit T on top of them, take the cage armor off, so we'll be selling that. And there you go. A ghoul that is armed to the teeth to be one of our defenders. So that's going to work out just fine for us. So what we have to do now is go down to the last minute, and put that in the place where our old sniper rifle used to be. Make sure everything is transferred back over. We don't need a pipe pistol. We're going to drop off our mines too. If our people here start using mines, yeah, it's okay. Right, we forgot to put the army helmet onto
Let's trade.
our
Of course.
ghoul sniper. So, there you go, buddy. You're an old style, old war ghoul sniper. Great. Now, where did I put that robot workbench? So let's go in here, go to Ada, and is it under torso? Or is it under head? Can't remember what section it's under. But in here you can essentially set up everything to be slightly different, and you can upgrade their armor and everything to make them better. I swear it's under torso? Could have sworn it was in the head slot. Unless we aren't supposed to modify her just yet and just talk to her.
Heads up.
Are you ready to install the radar beacon?
Yeah, let's do this.
Let's do this.
Good. The installation should be simple. Once I'm in the robot workbench, just install the radar beacon and I'll do the rest.
Okay, so that's what I was doing wrong. Yeah, I gotta talk to her first. Alright, now go in. Modify Ada. Special mods. Special mods. Radar beacon. Done deal. But you can do this for pretty much all of your robots. And it's highly suggested that you do. We're gonna get to why later on. A little bit later on, anyway.
Look alive.
Yes, sir.
I did not want to do that. I wanted to talk to you.
Look alive.
How may I be of service?
Hey, Ada.
A moment. The modification was successful. New hardware has been detected and software is updating. And installation complete. Analyzing mechanist hardware. The radar beacon is receiving a strong encrypted signal, but I can't determine the source.
That's a good start, at least.
It's a good start, at least.
Absolutely. With some additional assistance, I should be able to decrypt the signal and locate the mechanist. Fortunately, I'm detecting another robo-brain in the Commonwealth that's receiving the same signal.
Well, that's definitely an advantage.
Finally, we have an advantage.
Perhaps, but it isn't quite that simple. The encryption on the source signal is complex, but not beyond solving. If you can bring me 2 additional beacons, they should provide the keys and algorithms that I need to enhance my decryption routines.
Alright, well, let's do it.
Alright, let's do it.
Good. Let's get started. I'm uploading the location of the robo-brain to your Pip-Boy now. Just be careful. These robots tend to travel in groups, so you're likely to encounter heavy resistance.
Alright, so with Ada on our side, her fully modified, us with our neat little new toy here, it's probably a good place to call it a day. So if you liked the video, guys, please consider hitting that like button. If you'd like to join up with the 232 and be part of our community, just hit that subscribe button. Make sure you turn your notifications on so you don't miss when a new video goes up. Remember, guys, life is a game, so play to win. And until next time, take care.